Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today for a new pick a card reading. For anyone that is new to my channel, hello and welcome in. My name is Melissa, and today's video is going to be looking into what's happening in your love life in the month of December. So what I'll be doing in this reading is getting a look into what situations in your love life are potentially headed your way this upcoming month of December. Keep in mind, you all, for some disclaimers, this is a general reading, so some of these messages may resonate quite specifically to you, while other messages may not. Please use your intuition. If something is feeling confusing or it doesn't feel like it fits your situation, then the message probably isn't for you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Don't let it get you upset. Also, keep in mind, guys, with this being a more future prediction style reading, where we're looking at the month ahead, the reading is giving us a snapshot of where you're headed based off of the current energy. Future is not set in stone because energy is always changing depending on the choices and decisions that you make. So if you feel like you're seeing something predicted out for you in this video and you don't feel that excited about it, just know that you have the free will to say no and choose a different path. All right, let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We are doing 3 piles today. So starting here with pile number 1, we have some green moonstone. For pile number 2, we have some pyrite. And for pile number 3, we have some labradorite. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath and think about this upcoming month of December, what's in store for you in love. Go ahead and select the crystal or card you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box where you'll locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected pile. See you there? Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out this beautiful green moonstone, this is going to be your love reading for the month of December. So we are going to start by looking at the overall energies that are kind of influencing the situation in your love life, and then we're going to clarify with more info using the tarot and some additional oracle decks. So let's go ahead and see what we're starting off with. So we start off the reading here with sexual freedom, blessing in disguise, heart on the line. Okay. Well, with sexual freedom coming up here in the center of the reading, I definitely feel like this may be a really big theme for you all this month. This card is really talking about exploring this topic of physical intimacy and doing so in a way that feels aligned with who you are as a person, your values, your principles, what feels good and comfortable to you. So really releasing society's expectations around what you should be doing with physical intimacy, not feeling like you need to fall into any trends, maybe even not feeling like you need to waver on this when it comes to a partner that you're dealing with, and really standing in your power to explore this in the way that you want to explore it. I feel like for some of you guys, there's been this energy of waiting to be intimate with someone, or there is an energy of waiting. And we have blessing in disguise here because, you know, the blessing in disguise with this egg being here, it's giving me like incubation in a sense, like something that's not quite ready to be hatched or birthed, quote unquote, cracked. And I'm feeling for some of you guys like the reason that you've been waiting is because of wanting the emotional vulnerability first with heart on the line. So for some of you, this could be pertaining to a specific connection. For others of you, this might just be the energy that you've been in recently as a single person. But for those of you who are dealing with a person, I definitely feel like this is going to be a month where you're getting a little bit more emotionally vulnerable with someone about the way that you feel about this particular topic of physical intimacy, or maybe just how you feel in general about them. It's almost like the waiting is a blessing in disguise, in a sense. Now, for others of you, if you are coming to this reading and you're in like a healthy, happy connection with someone, then maybe this may be a month for you where you're starting to explore physical intimacy with this person in a deeper way. Like maybe you're feeling much more emotionally connected to this person, more comfortable with being totally vulnerable with this person. And the experience is not simply just physical, right? It's emotional, it's spiritual, all the things, right? So let's continue pile number 1. This is definitely feeling like a very specific scenario to some of you guys. So let's get some clarification here on what the situation is. So what is this situation for pile number 1? Three of Pentacles. What's the obstacle? The Justice card. And advice. The Five of Swords. Interesting. I'm going to pull some of these in a second. Actually, I'm going to pull them now. Let's get all the cards on the table. What's the situation for pile number 1 in love this month? What else do they need to know about what's going on in their love life? Okay. We have the Ice Queen. We have communication. And we have family. True love at the bottom. Yeah, there's like a desire for something deeper here. I feel like for you guys this month with this Three of Pentacles, the situation is really talking about trying to work together with someone, trying to collaborate with someone, trying to sort of work together as a team with this other person. If it's not another person, it's just you as a single person working on this area within yourself, because the Three of Pentacles is when we're like putting in an effort towards something. We're being creative. Maybe we're seeking collaboration or support on a topic here. But I definitely feel for the majority of you guys, this does involve another person, because we also have communication coming through here. So I feel, again, with this heart on the line, there's this energy of wanting to have a conversation with someone about your feelings. Maybe this connection has been more physical in the past, or maybe this person has been putting out more physical vibes to you, and you're wanting something deeper. There's an energy of communication of wanting to actually converse with this person. And there is an energy of discernment here with the Ice Queen coming up. For some of you as well with this Three of Pentacles, this may have been a situation that has been really passionate or really hot and heavy for a while. And this month, I feel that there's this energy of things cooling down a little bit and seeing things from a more level-headed or clear-headed perspective here. Trying to get to the truth, trying to get to the bottom of the situation and see it from a more detached perspective versus maybe detached isn't the right word. I feel like you guys are wanting to be vulnerable and be honest about your feelings with someone. However, with the Justice card coming up here with the Ice Queen, so the obstacle with Justice is, to me, this is an energy of I don't know why I'm hearing the word karma in my head right now. Like, I feel for some of you guys that are watching this video that this Justice energy could be an obstacle of trying to sort of like play tit for tat with someone. Sometimes Justice in a challenging aspect can be like this energy of like with communication especially, and I'm seeing it here with the Five of Swords too, like it's this energy sometimes of like eye for an eye. You know what I mean? Where someone does this behavior to us, so we're going to give it right back to them. And that is not always the most productive way to get your point across. And it certainly is not a way to be vulnerable, right? Because it has an element of game playing to it. And so I definitely see here with this Ice Queen coming up that I think that's where the challenge is coming in for you guys. I think that there is a challenge here with being vulnerable. I'm also feeling that there could be a challenge here with balance with this connection or the situation this month. Effort. Because you guys are showing up over here as wanting to collaborate and put in the effort toward this situation. So with Justice coming up here as the challenge or an obstacle, there could be a situation where you're putting in more effort than the other person is willing to put in. And with your advice coming up here with the Five of Swords, this is the energy of needing to know when it's not really worth the fight. You know what I mean? This is that energy of game playing, of like tit for tat. You didn't text me for 5 hours. I'm not going to text you for 8, right? It's the energy of not being able to put your heart on the line and truly be vulnerable here. I'm almost feeling like you guys are keeping yourselves like protected with that blessing in disguise. And maybe as you guys navigate the month ahead with regard to the situation, you will realize that waiting to be physically intimate with this person or waiting it out before you really put yourself fully out there was the blessing in disguise. Because there's definitely an element of like seeing something clearly that's needed this month. So I definitely see that there's a need here for you all to kind of really look at this situation and ask, like, is this a battle worth fighting? Is this sort of energy really helping me to emotionally connect with this person and to express myself in a healthy and functional way, right? You guys also have family coming up here. There could be an energy this month of you guys focus more on family than romantic relationships for some of you. Or family just may be of significance in general. Sometimes when these cards come up and they're very specific, it might be a specific message for someone out there that this is like, maybe this is a partner that you have a child with for some of you, but this also talks about soul family, and Justice card also can talk about karmic connection. So whatever it is that's the specifics of your situation are, pile one, I do feel like this is a situation that is meant to be teaching you a lesson about yourself. I think specifically about the way that you communicate and your comfortability with intimacy, not just physical intimacy, but also emotional intimacy. So pile one, let's get just a couple of these cards to close us out for you. These are the Divine Feminine Healing cards. We have Body Talk. I'm a goddess. There's definitely something here about your physical appearance or your physical body that's being highlighted. With the sexual freedom being the first card that comes up, and then you guys having this goddess card here, this is kind of further confirming that there's something about physicality in the way that you feel comfortable or uncomfortable with it. And with this card, I notice immediately how she's very closed off and kind of protecting her body. And maybe that's an energy that, like, what I want to say is if that is the energy that you guys feel like you need to be in, then I think that you should accept that, right? Like, it's okay to be protective over your temple. I also think, though, for some of you, this could be a confidence thing that's coming up as well. So that could be something with that Three of Pentacles that you all are working on. But it feels more like a situation here being presented where like you guys just don't feel fully comfortable being vulnerable and super open and intimate with this person, even though there is this desire to put yourself out there. So let's see. Let's go one more. We have hazy. Even though the pathway forward is unclear, I will continue to rely on my higher self to lead the way. We also have awareness. I'm aligned with my purpose. Yeah. I feel like there's bigger picture stuff that's being shown to you through this situation, you guys, especially with this awareness card coming up, talking about being aligned with purpose. You know, this connection may be more significant to some of you than others. The situation may be more significant to some of you than others. No matter how insignificant it feels, there's a major lesson you're learning from it. With this card coming up here, it's going to be really important for you this month to really tap into your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you, right? And I love how it's talking about like your higher self. Like, so think about your higher self, your spiritual self. When you zoom the lens out and look at the bigger picture of the situation, what's important, what's not important, what feels like the best way to move, right? If you zoom the lens out and look at the bigger picture and you're like, this isn't even worth my time, then like maybe that's the direction you need to go. I'm also feeling for some of you that picked pile number 1, meditation may be helpful for you this month. Maybe specifically meditation for crown chakra, third eye chakra, because the third eye will really help you with fine-tuning and strengthening in your intuition and being able to relax in not knowing every detail right away, you know, being able to take it one day at a time. So I think pile 1, I'm going to close it here. This is pretty interesting energy. I would love to hear from you in the comments what you feel like this is referring to in your life. So please drop me a comment below. Let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I upload new content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile 2, if you guys picked out this Pyrite, this is going to be your reading for the month of December. We're going to see what's happening for you in love, starting with overall energy, and then we will be getting into some additional decks shuffled on camera. So you guys start off with the Rainbow Reviver. What a fun card. We do have love language, lots more rainbow energy here, and then we have transformative love. Oh, I love this. Okay, so the Rainbow Reviver, you guys, this is all about bringing more joy and happiness into your life. You guys, just as an individual this month in love, because love is not always romantic, right? There's all types of love, but I think just as an individual, this month is going to be a month where you're guided or feeling nudged to just incorporate more uplifting, happy energy into your life. So whether that's doing fun, playful activities, going out having fun with your friends, there's just sort of this energy of being uplifted and being really joyful and cheerful. For some of you guys, this could be a person of significance that's coming into your life to sort of that kind of brings you that uplifted, happy energy, revives you a little bit. But like, it's beautiful energy. And I see with love language here that I think what is going to be the most uplifting to you guys this month is deep conversation here. Somebody's love language watching this may be words of affirmation, or maybe you guys just really get a lot of joy out of building a deep conversation or building a deep connection through conversation. So if this is talking about a significant other for some of you, I definitely see that there's a deepening, a strengthening of the connection and an infusing of more happiness and joy through having these really interesting, deep, meaningful conversations with each other. And with transformative love being here, this is all about massive changes that you're undergoing, right? Like transformative love is all about rebirth starting fresh. Again, for some of you, this may not necessarily be about a romantic partner. It may just be about you coming out of a time of healing and spreading your wings and really just like putting yourself back out there in a really positive way. So let's get a little more info with the tarot. This is going to be our next stop, our next deck here. So let's see. What's the situation for pile 2 this month? We have a King of Cups. Okay. Any obstacle that pile 2 should be aware of? And we have the 9 of Cups flying out of the deck, and advice. Eight of Pentacles. I'm going to go ahead and grab our other deck and get these cards on the screen too, and then we'll get into the message. Oop. Dating Queen falling out, so maybe somebody's going on a lot of dates out there. Let's see if it comes back out. All right, so for pile 2, what else does pile 2 need to know about their love life in the month of December? What is the situation? There it is, the Dating Queen coming back out. Okay, pile 2, I see you. You're definitely the Rainbow Reviver. We do have long distance coming out. Okay, let's get one more. And we do have work. That's kind of interesting. That's coming up next to the 8 of Pentacles. We also have the young male here at the bottom of the deck. Someone sporty, youthful, someone into cars. That's kind of an interesting energy. So that could be a specific person of significance for some of you out there, or just a youthful energy of someone that you're connecting with. Doesn't necessarily have to be a male identifying person. So let's see what's going on. What is the situation for pile 2? I just feel really happy though as I'm channeling this. This feels like very uplifting energy. So there is definitely this energy of you all having the opportunity for going on dates. This is talking about opportunities, dates, and abundance. So I think along with that Rainbow Reviver energy, this is just sort of echoing the message of being in a very uplifted, happy, abundant state of mind, and potentially seeing that you're getting a lot of attention from other people, right? This definitely looks more like multiple people kind of vying for your attention, but for some of you that may not be the case. It may just be one specific person. And I see here with the King of Cups that the situation here is emotional connection, emotional depth, emotional security. You know, being in control of your emotions is going to be really important this month. For some of you, this could be a specific person. A King of Cups would be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but this would be a person who's very much in tune with their emotions. So maybe for some of you, the situation is revolving around this particular person of significance. That would be this King of Cups energy of someone who's very emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, emotionally stable, all the things, compassionate, caring. If that's not the case, this is your energy that you're embodying. And with the King coming up in particular, I do want to note that for some of you, if this is not a specific person and this really is referring more to your energy, keep in mind that kings are leaders, right? And so I feel like for you all, there is an energy of you taking the lead on building this life for yourself, making the changes that you want to make, bringing this joyous, happy energy into your life through creating these meaningful emotional connections with others, maybe even just with friends, right? So it's beautiful, pile number 2, excuse me. So the challenge here that I'm seeing with the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups talks about a couple things. It talks about indulgence, right? This is about getting everything that we want, the 9 of Cups. The other thing though, okay, so yes, there is an energy of indulgence here. And with being next to a King of Cups who's very emotional, there could be an energy of like being overly emotional or something like that this month. But what I'm kind of picking up on from this is a more empowered energy of like, you guys, I think, are in a place this month where you're so emotionally like abundant, just being on your own in that rainbow reviver energy. You're so satisfied with where you're at that it might be a situation where like when people are approaching you, you're just not, you don't really care that much. Not that you don't care, but it's like you're happy to receive the energy, but you may not necessarily want one person, right? Like it feels that you all are kind of happy just being single with this 9 of Cups. And this might be an obstacle if you actually do have suitable people coming your way that you can build that emotional connection with. So I would just reflect on that a little bit and ask yourself if you guys have kind of like, you know, if you've been in single happy mode for a long time, have there been people that have tried to approach you, but maybe you've kind of just turned them down because you're just kind of satisfied with where you're at, right? That could be an obstacle if you are wanting to connect in a romantic relationship this month. We do have a lot of cups here though. And so with that 9 of Cups, there's always a risk of, you know, for some, there could be an energy of just needing to make sure, kind of flipped of what I said. You know, if that didn't resonate with you about like being emotionally happy and fulfilled with being single and you're like, no, that doesn't really feel like me. The obstacle here for you is to make sure that you're not leaning too much into other people for a source of emotional support and that you're able to stand on your own as an emotionally fulfilled individual, emotionally independent individual. Okay. But for the majority of you, it feels like it's more like the obstacle of just wanting to be single. I wonder if some of you all are connecting with a person this month that's at a distance from you, with long distance coming up here. And I wonder too if that's playing into this kind of 9 of Cups is also kind of a more like selfish energy of like, and it's not always a bad thing, but it's an energy of not really feeling like you want to compromise or go above and beyond to do anything that isn't emotionally fulfilling to you. And so if you guys are connecting with someone who's at a distance from you, it's going to require you to actually put in a little bit more effort with the 8 of Pentacles, right? So you want to kind of just be mindful that like if this is something you really want to pursue, you are going to have to maybe be slightly inconvenienced at times to put in that effort to get to them and them to you, right? So your advice with this 8 of Pentacles is all about paying attention to the details, putting in the effort, right? You have to actually put in the effort to learn your partner, put in the effort to create this life that you're wanting to create. It's not just going to happen for you. You have to be able to take action toward it. Paying attention to the details, I think, as well is really important here. You know, this is the image of someone that's really working on their craft. You know, somebody who's perfecting it, learning it, studying it, and just doing it repetitively until it's perfect. So when I see this in a love reading, sometimes this is about you all needing to pay closer attention to the person or people in this case that you're connecting with and really try to understand who they are. Pay attention to those details. Don't just expect them to do everything for you, you know? You have to put the effort in return and reciprocate here. For some of you, you might actually be connecting with someone at work. This also talks about college. There could be someone that's more of a more of like a professional role that this is referring to as well that you guys are connecting with. But for others of you, I'm almost getting another message, like a sidebar message from Spirit here that yes, even though this is a love reading, there also may need to be a little bit of focus and attention on your the professional side of your life as well, on your work. So just take that as it resonates for you, pile 2. So let's go ahead and we're just going to close out this reading with a couple more cards. So let's just see what else pile 2 needs to know about their love life in the month of December. We have self-love. I must learn to provide myself the same love and dedication I give to others. Yes. Okay. And that is exactly what I was picking up on with this 9 of Cups and the Rainbow Reviver. Like, especially if there's any of you out there that have been really longing for someone that's at a distance, whether it's a physical distance or an emotional distance, right? Like, there's a need to sort of take that energy and turn it back inward onto yourself. Self-love is going to be very, very important here. Are you honestly dedicating as much care and concern to yourself as you are to another person? Let's see what else for pile number 2. We also have worry. Worrying does nothing but disempower me. I choose to accept whatever outcome is for my highest good. Exactly. You know, and again, for those of you that are in this energy of like maybe not feeling totally in your power, when you're worrying about another person or worrying about what are they going to do or what's going to happen, you're giving your own power away to them. So instead of worrying about the other person or the other, whatever the situation is, again, take that energy and put it back inward toward yourself, because you can only control yourself and the actions you take. And it feels like with this rainbow reviver energy, you're going to feel the most empowered and happy if you're able to go within and do things that bring you joy and happiness instead of focusing it outward onto things that you can't control or people that you can't control, right? So pile 2, this definitely looks like a really fun, uplifting month ahead. I'm definitely curious to hear how you feel like it's resonating with your situation. So drop me a comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I upload new videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you all picked out this Labradorite heart, this is going to be your reading for the month of December. We're looking at what's happening for you in love. I just hate how it's not showing the flash when I lay it there, but oh well, whatever. Okay, so we're going to start with the overall energy of your love life this month, and then we're going to add in some context with tarot and some additional oracle cards. So for you, pile 3, we're starting off here with spiritual maturity, on the horizon, casual dating. That's what's up. Okay. So it definitely feels with on the horizon and casual dating that there is like this anticipation of connecting with someone, or putting yourselves back out there to engage in casual dating. But this definitely to me feels a little bit more like a specific person or a specific situation for a lot of you guys, where there's this anticipation of like getting to see someone or visit someone in a romantic way potentially, or in an intimate way potentially. And, you know, with casual dating, it doesn't feel like it's overly serious. It feels like, you know, I love how it has the coffee cup. Like maybe it's about just like meeting up for coffee or meeting up for lunch or something and just connecting and catching up with someone. I love that you guys have spiritual maturity as well, because this is talking about, you know, understanding that everybody's different. We all have our own beliefs, spiritual beliefs, beliefs about what goes on in the world, whatever. But this is showing me like that you all are coming into this month with an open-minded curiosity, or if you don't feel like that resonates with you, there may be a need to go into this situation with an open-minded curiosity about the other person and be genuinely interested to understand things from their perspective. What are their spiritual beliefs? What do they think about how the world works? What are their opinions and why? Where does it come from? So it's a beautiful energy because it allows you to be more open and curious as you're getting to know new people or even existing people in your life that you're maybe catching up with here. I love that you see this little couple here in both of these cards, which is why I think, again, for a lot of you, this definitely feels like it's more related to a specific connection or person. So let's see. I want to get a little more info here. So what is the situation with pile number 3? What's the situation here that's being presented to pile 3 in their love life this month? Definitely think that a lot of you guys are desiring a partner that's going to be able to go the distance with you. And even if this is something that starts off as more casual, and it doesn't feel casual bad, it feels like coffee dates. You know what I mean? Like what you do when you're getting to know someone and you don't want a high pressure situation. You know, yeah, it feels though that you guys are just wanting something that's a little bit more substantial. So having these conversations are going to be really important about like their beliefs and values, and you being open-minded to different perspectives is going to be very important as well. Okay. Situation, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, what's the obstacle here? The Four of Wands, and the advice for pile number 3, the Eight of Cups. I'm going to pull a few more cards from this other oracle deck so we can get a little bit more context, and then we'll get into this. So what else does pile number 3 need to know about their love life in the month of December? Definitely feels with the Knight of Swords like there's someone here who is like really wanting to rush in and confront or have a conversation about something. Could be Gemini energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so we have the brunette female coming up. We have past love. Interesting. I don't know why I was kind of getting that vibe that you're catching up with someone, you know? Let's see. We also have the young female energy coming up. So youthful energy. We do have union here at the bottom of the deck. So that's interesting. Okay. So what is the situation here? Lots of feminine energy coming up with these cards, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a specific person. We're just going to kind of focus more on the energy. But for those of you that these descriptors do kind of match people in your life, then you'll know that it's for you. Yeah, but there's definitely this vibe here of like intense conversation, because this Knight of Swords is like telling me there's a situation here where like someone is wanting to kind of confront a situation or rush in. Like, I'm wondering if for some of you, this is a person from the past returning to your life that you aren't really expecting to return. Like maybe them coming back around is a little bit surprising to you. Or maybe for some of you, you're having the impulse to reconnect with someone and this is your energy of the Knight of Swords. But either way, the intention here seems to be to talk about something. Again, with that spiritual maturity, it's the energy of seeking to really understand somebody else and their beliefs. So there definitely feels like there's some sort of conversation that's needing to be had here, or maybe just a conversation that, you know, for catching up, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything super serious is needing to be addressed, but sometimes Knight of Swords is a little bit of a combative, confrontational energy. And so there could be an energy of like debating with this person a little bit too. And there's an intensity here for sure. This could be your energy. It could be theirs. I feel like the obstacle here with this Four of Wands could be something to do with, especially with the past energy being here, it could be something to do with the comfortability with this person. Like, to me, the Four of Wands is comfort. It's home. Do you feel at home with this person? Or is this a part of your past for a reason? You know, it's about approachability to me and being welcoming. With it also having to do with home, there could be an energy of like, or an issue with distance in this connection, like you guys not feeling comfortable because there's too much distance between the both of you. But this is also for me a soulmate energy as well. So there could be some sort of a lesson energy coming up here as well about like being open to this person for some of you. Because sometimes for me, the Four of Wands is what we're not really doing anything, but we're just open to it. You know, we have the door open for them to walk through in a sense. And for some of you that picked this pile, if this is a person from the past who maybe you guys maybe know intuitively that they're not the best person for you to be investing your energy with, like there could be some sort of a lesson you need to learn about being too open, having the door too open for this person to come in. So your advice with this Eight of Cups is basically just to, you know, if something is feeling unfulfilling, don't invest too much emotional energy in it. Walk away. Especially for those of you that this is not about a specific person, but maybe it's about just casual dating in general and putting yourselves back out there. I feel like there's no need to get too deeply invested if something isn't really floating your boat, you know? Have the connections, have the conversations, and if it's not the right fit, you can explore greener pastures, you know? For others of you, though, if this is about a specific person, the past energy situation that I'm picking up on, it's like the Eight of Cups is saying that there may be a need to walk away and explore greener pastures, right? Especially if you're wanting something new. If you came to this reading, you're like, ugh, I don't want a past person, I want a new person. There may be a need to walk away and sort of cut whatever energetic cord is keeping you tied to this connection. I feel like for a lot of you, there could be an energy of this person that you're connecting with just being really young and immature, or just having a more immature energy to them, with the young female energy coming up here. That could be an issue for some of you. For others of you, this could be your energy of maybe not really wanting anything super serious right now and just wanting to have casual connections. There's nothing wrong with that either. But I do see that there is sort of this dynamic of someone who's very serious and intense and somebody who's more kind of light in their energy, or sort of youthful and less serious in their approach to this connection. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's a dynamic that I'm picking up on here. But I love that it's also talking about things like music and fashion. These could be themes that you are talking about with this person or other people, things that you're finding that you have in common as you're making connections or with this particular connection. So I feel like the reading's been pretty straightforward, pile number 3, but let's get a few more cards before we close this out. So what does pile 3 need to know about their love life this month in December? We have broken promise. When you are ready, I know you will fix this. Okay. Let's get one more. We have why. I accept that everything happens for a reason, even if I do not like or understand the outcome. Okay. And we do have honesty. I speak up when I have something to share. I am no longer fearful of what other people cannot handle. Very interesting. So I feel like for a lot of you all, if this is, again, about a specific person, there is a need here for you to just be honest about your feelings with that Knight of Swords, right? This is blunt energy. This is about like, listen, we're going to talk about this and you're not going to hold back, right? So there is a need here to make sure that you're saying whatever it is that you need to say and not holding back because you're afraid that someone's going to leave you or that somebody's going to not like it, right? You have to be authentic to you. I feel like with this broken promise, there's also a need here for you, this card as well with the Y card. There's a need for you guys, I think, this month to sort of, with the Eight of Cups, emotionally detach, from the situation and let the other person make amends when they're ready to do it, right? If there's a broken promise, if something falls through with this person, it's on them. It's their responsibility to apologize, to make it up to you. You can't force them to do it. So again, with that Eight of Cups, it may be good for you guys to sort of emotionally detach from the need to force an apology or confronting someone just because you feel like you're owed something. Because if they're not in the right headspace to even like receive that energy and to even take accountability, there's no point of you even exchanging energy with this person about it. I think too, it's like with this energy, it's like everything happens for a reason. And right now, if some of you guys are not loving the way that this connection is going, if it is a specific connection for you, I think that's the best approach to take if you're not understanding clearly why whatever happened here happened. So it's like, again, with that Eight of Cups, it's just release it, let it go, and don't wrap yourself up too much in the emotions of the situation that you don't have any control over. I feel like for others of you, though, like if you're resonating more with this casual dating and just like putting yourself out there and talking to people, I think that these cards are just sort of talking about like not letting it get you down when certain connections don't pan out the way you want, right? When you're dating and you're experimenting and you're exploring connections, not everyone is going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? Like not everyone is going to be your person. And so if things aren't panning out, I feel like it's just saying don't let it get you down, right? Just keep it moving because it's not that deep. So pile 3, I think we're going to go ahead and end the reading here, but I would love to hear from you in the comments how you feel like this message potentially aligns with your situation. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be notified when I'm uploading new videos, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.